Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Since it's the 1st of January 2020, I would like to make a video and tell you guys about the few things I learned in 2019. 2019 was a very strange year for me, to say the least. I lost friends, I made friends, I became closer to people that I thought I could never get closer to. It was a good year, but it wasn't a great year financially. But overall, in terms of personal ongoings, it was fulfilling. Since I don't know if some of you guys believe in astrology, but I do. And my Sagittarius sun constantly requires change. I don't enjoy being in the same position, and I loved that 2019 did not let me do that. Like, I constantly had things going on for me, even though it was difficult at some point, but it was fun. Although it was fun, it did take a huge toll on my mental health, and I would like to dedicate this video to self-reflection on the previous year, along with things that I have learned in therapy. Yes, I started going to therapy. Ayan actually took me to therapy on my 22nd birthday, which was on the 4th of December. She took me for therapy, and at first I was very hesitant, to say the least, because I did not want to spend my birthday whining about my problems and things that triggered. But I think there couldn't have been a better birthday gift than that, to be honest, because I value my mental health so much, and the only time you realize the importance of your mental health is when you find it deteriorating. It was refreshing, and there were a lot of things that I learned even in this short period of time. I just had 4 sessions, and I'm going to continue obviously after the holidays. Like, I just want to share some of the things that I'm learning in therapy with some of you guys, so that you too can seek therapy. And if you cannot afford it, you can always contact me. You can always contact people out there who can listen to you. You can always open up to people around you, because that is the most important thing. One of the things that I am currently dealing with in therapy is the fact that I let the past get to me. My past is something that I have constantly thrown behind me, and I have gone forward. I was watching a video by one of my favorite YouTubers this morning, called Shallon Lester. Sorry if I butchered this, but if I'm not mistaken, she's a relationship expert, and she also has like a degree in psychology, if I'm not mistaken. She makes videos about relationships and the psychology behind who we date, how we date the people that we date. She has really changed my life prior to therapy. And one of the things she mentioned in her video that I was watching today was wallpapering. It's when you cover up a shitty aspect of your life with another, with something that you think will make it better. And that's what I have constantly been doing, and this is something that I am currently tackling in therapy. Even though some of you guys who may know me personally might be thinking I'm living the best life because I have opened a business of my own. For those that do not know, I opened a salon. It's the first Asian salon in Azerbaijan, and it's one of the biggest things I have ever worked on as an individual. And I am so grateful that at the age of 21, I could say that I am the owner of my very own business. To be honest, running a business leads to a lot of depression and anxiety, and that's what it led to. It led to me not wanting to leave the house. It led me to wanting to switch off my phone. It led me to turning off the notifications completely for all my social media accounts, which is insane for me, because I am someone that needs people around me in order to feel better. And this is also something I am tackling with my therapist because I don't need people to feel complete. I need to feel complete on my own, and that is something that I would like to achieve in 2020. That's why I am really grateful that I'm seeking therapy, and I can also share what I learned from therapy with you guys in some of these short videos. Another analogy that was used in therapy is an iceberg. Finally got my paintbrushes out and I did an oil painting of an iceberg. I'm going to have a voiceover of me explaining what my therapist said about icebergs and how she related it to our mental health. The reason I am doing this is to help you guys in some way, because I think the most important thing for me to take from 2019 and work on in 2020 is the importance of a steady and stable mental health, because I have not known how important having your mental health intact is until I couldn't get out of bed for like a week. I didn't know how important it was until I couldn't think of a way out and I just wanted to end it all. Because in 2019, although the year had great moments, it had really fucked up ones at the same time. And I'm so grateful to Ayan for actually getting me to go to therapy. Without further ado, here is the speed painting along with a voiceover of me just talking even more. Hello, my spiritual, miracle, lyrical individuals. I am extremely original. I am aware of that. So, getting to the iceberg and how it relates to my mental health. The reason my therapist brought up this analogy was because she asked me during our first session whether the fact that I'm on a wheelchair affects my mental health. I said no. However, I did mention that there was an instance in 2018 that resulted in me becoming super self-aware and insecure. And that instance was a fight I had with my then best friend, where she kind of accused me of being completely codependent on people around me and taking advantage of them just because I'm disabled. Basically, her words really got to me, and that resulted in me becoming extremely insecure. And since I lived in an apartment that did not have an elevator at the time, I became adamant to find an apartment that did have an elevator so that I would no longer be dependent on my friends or my relatives to carry me down the stairs anytime I wanted to leave the house. So I expressed to my therapist, as I expressed it to other people, that whatever happened for the best, because it did result in me moving to a better location and into a much bigger apartment that I am actually happy in. And I also told her how I don't care about the friend that I lost, because if it was someone who wanted to stay in my life, they would never use such hurtful and untrue words towards me. And she said, well, you do care though. I was like, no, I don't. I absolutely don't. And she was like, yes, you do. If you did not, you would not bring it up right now. And I was like, hey, that's actually true. And basically that is where she got to the point about comparing our minds to icebergs. The top of the iceberg is our sanity and our peace of mind, while the bottom, which is underwater, is our anxiety and depression and all of the problems that we have been holding from the past. Basically what she said was, when the iceberg tips and the garbage from the bottom comes to the top and switches places with the top, that is where we end up with a mental breakdown. And that was where I was leading, and the reason to me leading towards a mental breakdown was me holding things from the past. Obviously, there are numerous factors that could result in people having mental breakdowns. It could be a cause of something triggering their PTSD, it could be extreme anxiety, and so on. However, in my case, it's mostly my past coming to bite me in the ass with a nice little healthy or unhealthy mixture of anxiety that is haunting my life for the past 12 to 13 years. However, in 2020, I am beyond adamant to get all of the trauma that I have been carrying on my back for the past decade off my chest. With the help of therapy, with the help of journaling, with the help of creative expression, and so on. In 2019, I was put forward with a lot of challenges, and I had to learn to tackle them on my own. And thankfully to some of my friends who did support me in the process, I managed to. However, I did see myself breaking down quite a few times. Hence, in 2020 and for the years ahead, I plan on becoming much stronger and much more emotionally aware of my actions. Thank you so much for watching my video, and I will see you in the next one. Please like, share, and subscribe. Bye bye.